we've had a lot of videos, a lot of connections to the words that are so important to understand. When you're taking it from a biblical counsel and you're looking into the legal, you'll understand this better. The problem that's happening is that people are looking more so from the legal construct and then trying to find some avenue of light that's going to teach them what to do to get out of basically the coming disaster that's going to happen to all those Babylonian registered faiths that are out there that the state is going to turn on. And this is a problem. I'm getting emails and rationalization emails from people that think that they're just going to all hold hands in unity as the UN agenda is trying to promote. That, of course, people such as myself are dissenters, but we're not supposed to be unequally yoked with these nations, and therefore you're going to have to give up anything and all legal title that you once had in it in order to get out of this. And are you prepared for that? So the videos that we're doing are trying not only to show you the position that the legal state looks at all participants that are involved, but also from the standpoint of what is it on a spiritual level looking at on this to see whether or not God would approve of this. If you're listening to legal rationalists that are involved in these registered, basically 501c3 in the United States registered charitable religious Christian faiths, of course they're going to tell you that, of course, what I'm saying is awful and separating people, but God's people were never part of the world, of the nations, of not only Satan's kingdoms, but just any kind of imagination in itself for man-ruled government. So when we look at legal possession, I'm quoting out of the Canadian Law Dictionary, and it makes a very, very important point in around the third sentence, but we're going to read the whole thing. Legal possession. Possession which is recognized and protected as such by law. The elements normally characteristic of legal possession are an intention of possessing together with that amount of occupation or control of the entire subject matter of which is practically capable and which is sufficient for practical purposes to exclude strangers from interfering. Now you have to understand that you, with how you really were born, came into existence, a natural birth, is not part of any of these legal membership states. And we've gone over that no child could ever be entered into a legal contract because they're a minor. They're not at age of election to choose that. So therefore, they were never part of the beginning of the registration of birth, but only in the sense of what was a stranger to that contract or that construct. So truth is a stranger to fiction, legal fiction, and therefore as you would read through scripture, which we're going to deal with in future videos, probably within the next couple days, dealing with how God's people were noted as sojourners, foreigners, strangers in the land that they were basically existing in. They were not considered to be native within the sense of the legal or the construct of those nations that they were surrounded by. So when we get mixed up on these terms, it's mainly because of the lack of research that we put into it, and you don't beat yourself up, but you go in and you do the research. So that's what we've done this video. It was to emphasize the factor that their legal construct basically prevents strangers from interfering. So therefore, if you really were able to have that legal surname title, then you basically would not require a license to use it. And so this is where the understanding comes. It takes a little bit of time to digest this, but that's why we're taking the time in the video. So hopefully this one helped you out.